Hi, this is Paul from globaltradingsoftware.com, and this is a trading tutorial for futures using our VWAP Predator, but also more importantly our XBRAT Guardian zones. So I did a big event for NinjaTrader last night, and some of the questions were different chart types. So this is a tick chart, so 500 tick chart on ES from yesterday. So the Guardian zones are there to stop you getting into trouble. So going long into resistance, short into support. So it doesn't matter which trading strategy that you are employing to get those signals to go long and short, you need fresh air. And this is one of the things I want to cover today. So with the 500 tick chart with the XBRAT Guardian zones, all I've done is checked the 500 tick zones, and that's these support and resistance zones in yellow, the 15-minute, which are in turquoise or aqua, and then the 30-minute are in green. So that's all you really need. Is, if we start to overpopulate the chart with the 60-minute zones, for example, you can see all of that yesterday morning was all in that same zone, and then the daily. We start to get a little bit too messy, so you've just got to be sensible with the zones you're going to use. Now, one of the things I covered yesterday was institutional traders find reasons not to trade, and this will help you do that. So these support and resistance zones are totally automated. They disappear and appear as they're being tested. They revolve around decision zones that institutional traders are making on multiple time frames. So we've got the 500 tick zones, the 30 and the 15. So yesterday morning we had the open and we had no fresh air, so our risk to reward was less than 1 to 1.6. We were kept going into these resistance zones here. Even the sell signal down here, there was no fresh air to that support. We're buying into all of this resistance, going nowhere, until we get to the afternoon. Now we start to get a little bit of what we call fresh air, but again, you've got to zoom in now. So remember, you don't have to trade 10 times a day. You need 1 or 2 good trades. So the first signal, let's talk about this one here. We get a buy signal here. You see how the 15-minute zone stops printing at that point? That's because it hasn't been tested enough times, but we do get that initial support. We get a buy signal here, but the risk to reward to the 500 tick zone is only 1 to 1. That's our reason not to trade. Okay. The next one that comes along, we get some new zones forming on this 500 tick chart. We got a 1 to 1.3. Not fantastic. Not going to take it. Minimum for me is 1 to 1.6. Eventually it does break through. We didn't miss the trade because we didn't get the setup and we didn't have the fresh air. We need to be patient. Now the next trade is the one, okay? Being patient. So around about, we get a signal 13:50 in the afternoon, EST. Now, let's go big on this. So we've been patient. We've found reasons not to trade, and we've not had fresh air because of these XBRAT Guardian zones. Now on the VWAP Predator, you get a buy signal at this point here. The stop would be just under the pivot previous to the buy signal. That's sensible. Stop, entry, risk to reward to the next resistance is 1 to 2. That's fresh air. That's the signal we take. We get in the trade. Now we manage the trade once it starts to move with this on the VWAP Predator with the green ribbon. As long as that green ribbon remains green, we stay in. That actually was around about 70 tick move. Okay, so really good move, and that's the trade for the day at $12.50 per tick. That's a good trade. And again, it's about being sensible, not over trading. The Guardian zones are there to protect you. And again, if you'd have tried to get in signals during that morning session, you would have been really going into strong resistance on multiple time frames, and it just wasn't worth the risk. Being patient and waiting. Now, in some mornings, there's lots of fresh air, and you would take those trades and you'd be done. Yesterday, The reasons not to trade were there, but then when we cleared all of that, we got the fresh air, we took the VWAP Predator signal, we got the signal, but then also on the bias depth heat map, all 6 time frames were bullish, okay? If we just go back to the heat map here, you can see there's total indecision during that morning, but then we are good. So we've got signal, confirmation, fresh air, because we've got our automated extract guardian zones there. This is the Ninja Trader platform, by the way. And then we take it. And then with the VWAP Predator, we manage with this ribbon, as long as it remains green, we stay in. And then when it turns to red just here, we get out. Very simple strategy. The thing is to be disciplined. The reasons not to trade are there. It's no fresh air. Once you've got fresh air, once you've got a signal, you've got the confirmation from the bias depth heat map, you go long or short. And it's as simple as that. Remember, you don't have to trade 10 times a day. Once or twice, $1,000 winners, that's all you need. Hopefully that helps. Check out the links below. They're going to include the Ninja Trader Exprat Guardian Zones. They're going to be including the VWAP Predator, which is phenomenal, and then the bias depth heat map, which gives you that confirmation. So check out the links below, and hopefully I'll make some more videos with different strategies, but always now with Ninja Trader, we'll be using these guardian zones to make sure that we are trading into fresh air.